From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I think every law enforcement officer in Montana is aware that we're dealing with a huge spike in drug problems.
MTN's Jill Valley finds out how serious that problem is and what's being done to fight it. And no more potholes? That dream could soon be a reality with this innovation in concrete. Yeah, you heard me right.
I'll believe it when I see it, right?
We'll see. 6:28 on this Friday. Chet Lehman, Matt Elway with you. What a beautiful shot that was.
Is.
Community Hospital of Anaconda into the mining city. A lovely morning.
Yeah.
In southwest Montana in general.
Temperatures in the 20s and 30s is about where they should be this point in the year.
For overnight lows.
Yeah.
Not daytime highs.
No, and we're going to move into that 30-degree range here soon enough. So for daytime highs. Right now, 20s and 30s across the area, 21 in West Yellowstone, and you look at Futurecast, really a pretty quiet day. The evening may be a little more active. Rain showers mixing with snow as you head into the evening and overnight. That will affect the area by early tomorrow morning. Daytime highs today near the 70-degree mark, pretty much for the entire area. Big cool down. We're going to just flip this forecast on its head here as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about how long this colder snap is going to last and the effects. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Right, just ahead of 6:30, our top story this half hour. We know the drug fentanyl is dangerous and deadly, but it's not just the user who's at risk. So we're law enforcement, medical professional, and even crime lab scientists who are trying to get it off the streets. It's Jill Valley with a look at the danger and the scope of this new drug epidemic in Montana.
It took this canine officer seconds to find the meth we put in the back of our news car. He found it every time. Harry recently detected 13 pounds of meth and 1,000 fentanyl pills in a car stopped on the interstate. He is one of the newest Highway Patrol drug detection dogs.
You know, last year alone with the Montana Highway Patrol, we had over 3,000 pills of fentanyl seized. This quarter, we've already exceeded that by over 12,000 pills. That's a dramatic increase, and it should be causing alarm to every community in Montana.
Fentanyl is now becoming the drug of choice, says Montana Attorney General Austin Knudsen.
We know one of the major reasons that we're seeing more of it in the state is just frankly because the southern border is so wide open. We've made it increasingly easier for the Mexican cartels to smuggle. Fentanyl certainly is the one that's kind of the soup du jour. It's what's hot right now. We're seeing a lot more of it.
At the state crime lab in Missoula, they test those confiscated drugs.
And this 30 looks different. You can see all kinds of the different colors.
They're usually so poorly made, a user doesn't even know what's in it, even a lethal dose of fentanyl. But it doesn't seem to matter.
Seizures have been up from 2020 to 2021. We saw about a 500% increase in case submissions, and already for this year in 2022, we're seeing almost double what we saw last year. So there's a good bit of submissions. We've taken many safety precautions to protect ourselves. We will make sure to wear the proper protective equipment that we need, like lab coats, gloves, goggles when necessary. And that's because the amount of fentanyl you need to overdose is so low. It can be less than 2 milligrams, which is about 500th the size of a penny, the weight of a penny. So it's a very, very small amount, can cause an overdose.
Security cameras and other scientists must keep an eye on those testing these hardcore drugs in case of an accidental exposure. One of the ingredients in a certain kind of fentanyl is actually an elephant tranquilizer. So there's Narcan at the ready, in the lab, and in patrol vehicles too.
The reason why we carry this Narcan is truly, if I'm with a partner, we're looking inside of a vehicle, one of us could go down with literally just the tip of a pen is enough fentanyl to cause an overdose. And we are watching each other's back to be able to administer this Narcan. I've seen it firsthand with the public. It will literally take somebody that looks as though they're deceased and reverse that drug interaction.
Just over 5 pounds of fentanyl was seized last year. That's enough raw fentanyl to kill more than the population of Montana. That's also a 1,224% increase over the 0.38 pounds seized in 2020. The number of pills or capsules actually increased 88-fold, from 393 seized in 2020 to 34,745 last year.
There is a cartel connection to the state of Montana by far. Law enforcement is aware of this, and it makes our job ever more dangerous.
We know that it's becoming increasingly easy for your local dealer to make a direct phone call and get a shipment of fentanyl coming up here. There's no more middleman in this drug trade, which is an interesting wrinkle that's just kind of developing.
Knutsen's been working to get resources out to assist law enforcement, including additional narcotics agents from the Division of Criminal Investigation to more drug detecting canines. He's also called for legislation to make it harder to get the ingredients from China and border policies that make it harder to smuggle the drug into the United States from Mexico. It's an illicit industry that's adding another element of danger to those trying to fight back.
I think every law enforcement officer in Montana is aware that we're dealing with a huge spike in drug problems. We're dealing with a huge spike in the violent crime that comes with it. And they're concerned. They're definitely concerned.
Now, Harry, one of multiple new canine officers around the state, obtained through a $300,000 grant to fight drug trafficking. They can also be treated with Narcan in the event they're exposed to fentanyl. Other news this morning, bipartisan infrastructure deal will invest $110 billion of new funds for roads, bridges, and major projects over the next 5 years. But one scientist says rather than patching crumbling roads, it's time to build better ones. She says longer lasting material could save taxpayers billions in repairs and help reduce the carbon footprint. Asher Karashi takes a look at an effort to create smarter concrete.
Much like the cycle of life, there is a cycle of roads. This time of year around the country, road construction crews like this one are busy repairing the damage left behind following months of fluctuating temperatures. 173,000 miles of our highways and major roads are in poor condition. As moisture seeps into the pavement and freezes, it expands, causing fractures, eventually leading to potholes. Inside her laboratory, far from the stress of crumbling roads, scientist Ange-Therese Acano is trying to find a solution to the problem.
How can we create a new type of cement that will be more resistant to water, so less porous, that will absorb less water?
Acano, a civil and environmental engineer at Northwestern University, has been using nanomaterials to develop smart concrete.
It's exactly like baking a cake.
The concrete, which doesn't have a snazzy name just yet, is a secret recipe that is combined with a nano compound called graphene. It's made up of a single layer of atoms arranged in a honeycomb lattice structure.
So you can think of a net that's going to be enmeshed with the grains of cement. And that mesh is really, really strong. So that's going to be preventing cracks from propagating, and it's going to hold the cement together.
The mixture tightens up the pores of the concrete at a molecular level. The result is a more water and fracture-resistant building material that she says is more durable and highly functional.
Right now it's been 30% stronger than the average cement or the classical cement that we've been using.
Better concrete could save billions. According to AAA, 1 in 10 drivers sustains vehicle damage significant enough to need repairs after hitting a pothole. Those damages cost drivers $26.5 billion in 2021 alone. In Indiana, ranked second in the nation for its problems with potholes, in recent years they've dedicated 155,000 man-hours, used 12,200 tons of material, and spent $5.7 million on pothole repairs.
When you have this cycle of freezing and thawing, you're going to start propagating cracks, and then those micro cracks then lead to larger macro cracks and potholes that we have.
Aside from the additional headaches caused by traffic congestion due to road repairs, Acano says the stronger concrete would also benefit the environment. Concrete is made with a cement mix. Fossil fuels are used to manufacture cement, and the chemical process produces additional carbon dioxide, which accounts for about 8% of all greenhouse gas emissions worldwide.
So if we can increase the strength, if you can increase the durability, then we can cut down the volume of concrete or cement needed to be able to achieve a given project.
Because in the end, she says, sustainability is the smoothest road into the future. I'm Asher Qureshi reporting.
Definitely more to follow on that story. Meantime, there's a firm belief that something as simple as a smile can brighten even the dullest of days. In Billings, school crossing guard doing just that, breaking up the monotony of morning commute for dozens of drivers. Here's MTN's Andrea Lutz with this morning's Positively Montana.
Here on 17th and Park Hill,
Good morning to you.
drivers treated daily to the warmest of greetings.
It's a beautiful day.
Drivers like Nancy Barbula.
Yes, going to work every morning. I come down 17.
It's a sight she looks forward to.
Bill's standing on the corner, dancing around and waving to everybody.
And maybe not for his sake,
Have a good one.
but for hers.
Oh, everybody needs a little bright spot in their morning.
So she alerted us.
Good morning.
And we came, meeting Bill Bishop, dancing his car's honk while driving by.
The people started waving to me first.
Bill started his work as a crossing guard just 2 years ago, where he says it was really the commuters who started all this.
So I started waving back.
But why?
It brings a little joy in the morning.
You see, Bill is a proud Marine.
Been through all my life. I've always wanted to be in the Marine Corps.
He was blessed with the natural ability to serve and protect, even from the time he was just a kid.
And then I would practice parachuting off the barn with my grandmother's bed sheets. And let me tell you, I don't recommend that. They don't hold you up.
After retiring, it only made sense. He was drawn to another type of service.
So far, so good. Yeah, I see people, and you can see it in their faces. They're kind of grumpy. And then I just wave and happy, give them the thumbs up, and you can see the smile on their face. Did you see the smile on their face?
So here he is, keeping the smiles and waves coming.
A powerful thing, a smile.
And even when school's out this year, he says he'll be back.
Legs permitting, health permitting, all that kind of stuff,
As long as the rhythm can keep up.
You have a good day, okay?
In Billings, Andrea Lutz, MTN News.
Love that very much. 6:39, we're going to take a break.